Kaya, it's a pleasure to meet you. And when I watched the movie, it was just kind of, okay, when you're on set and you see all the actors who are allowed to be a zombie just for a scene, it seems to be lots of fun. So was there any moment where you thought, okay, come on, Wes, let's have me as a zombie in one shot?
Really wanted to get dressed up because in the second movie, the boys get to be dressed up as cranks because Thomas has like a vision of them looking like cranks. And I was so disappointed that I was the only one that didn't get to do it. But then I found out that it takes 6 hours and makeup to do it, and I was like, okay, I'm good. I'm cool.
Good argument.
Yeah.
I'm usually out behind the camera doing that. Just making faces and doing stuff. Anyway, so I live vicariously through them all.
Thomas Newton and Teresa, they take a lot of responsibility, especially for their age. Everyone in its own way. So, for example, Teresa in a different way. So, what kind of responsibilities have you taken in the last years? And maybe you said, so, okay, pressures on maybe except to do one of the main casts of Maze Runner.
Yeah, I mean, I have to. When we shot this movie, I had my son with me, who was 3 months old. So I was literally, breastfeeding and getting ready in the morning, and then having to pump every 4 hours on set, and having to explain to everyone that I needed to go and do that, and juggling parenthood with working on night shoots. And I'd get back in the morning at 7 a.m. covered in blood and sweat, and he'd look at me like, oh, what happened to mummy? So probably traumatized him for life. But yeah, that's definitely where I've been like, okay, need to up my game.
I can imagine. My sister has a 2-year-old son, so I can imagine. Kaya said she had to raise her child literally on set. So what kind of big stuff do you have in the last 15, 10 years? Oh, you're free as a bird, maybe.
Definitely not going to be. I'm not going to compete with Kaya.
No, you're not raising a human.
Yes, that is. I'll feel lame saying anything in comparison to that.
Okay, so just free as a bird, and maybe
I have one for us. We both bought homes.
Oh, so
yes. New home responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Great answer.
That's my pressure, I think. Those movies, and now obviously I have a little girl, so that's my other responsibility now. I have a family. So but these movies have been kind of a big part of our lives, I think, for the last 4 years. So it's something that we've sort of enjoyed. I think it's not just been a bad kind of pressure, but a good one. Hopefully to kind of service the fans and make them happy with kind of the end result of this whole saga.
For me, Maze Runner is a kind of parable which shows us that the future can only be built with the help of the youth. So where do you see problems with being taken serious in the younger years? Maybe you have kind of experience in the last years.
Yeah, I mean, I've been working since I was 14, and whenever I've been on set, especially as a woman, kind of people think that if you're younger, then you don't know anything. And I do respect that there is a lot to learn, and I love learning, and I love learning from people that do have experience. But I also do think that the youth is very important, that enthusiasm, that excitement that you have when you're younger. You kind of want to make the world a better place, and I really hope that I don't lose that. And it's kind of great that I'll get to see my son go through that now. Like, I'm excited to see what causes he's really passionate about and what things he wants to fight for. And I think that's great about our society.
Yeah, it's possible. I try not to dwell on that kind of thing, but that's kind of a good thing, I think, to have that sort of that fire to test you, Some people would shut down on that. I kind of thrive on that, to prove people wrong. There's something fun about that. But you're right, there's something interesting about the stories about the idea that young people are sort of paying for or having some burden placed upon them by the adults that they have to go and fix. And that's very timely for today, I think, with today's sort of young people. They're feeling that the world is in a place that they have to kind of fix now,
Yeah, I think that it's funny how that tends to happen with age. I think that tends to young people tend to get written off in a way sometimes, or in a way that they shouldn't, because they are our entire future, and always depending on the time too that we're going through in life, that becomes all the more important, So I think right now is one of those times. I don't know. I can't even remember if I answered your question, but those are just my thoughts on that.
It's fine.
Yeah. As you get older, like your sense of...
I will edit, so no worries. No worries. Don't want to scare you. What the fuck? No worries. In Germany, we're allowed to say these words.
I love that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank God.
And if you're one of the stars of a teenage franchise Hollywood movie, you get a lot of response in the couple of last years, especially of officially promoting events like premieres and stuff like that. So how do you come down after that kind of crazy days so that you can calm down and don't set yourself too much under pressure, kind of, I have to get better, I have to reach more and more. So how do you calm down?
It's difficult because you're constantly judged, but you have to just remember that movies are just movies and real life is much more important. And I hang out with my friends. I go to my local pub. I sit on the couch with my dog and watch bad reality shows. And I just, I take the bus, I take the tube. I live in London and I see that my world is very different to the kind of reality for everyone else. So I try and take that pressure off myself by knowing that I'm just really grateful to still be doing what I love, and that if it were to end tomorrow, I've had a really good time.
I watch movies.
Yeah,
and I watch movies, and I listen to soundtracks, and I browse Reddit. That's what I do.
So this is a perfect recipe.
I don't like parties. I don't go out and do the social thing. I like kind of like, falling into some other world and reading some cool new story or looking at some new movie and technique or something like that. That's the stuff I enjoy.
So like other people do when they go to the cinema to watch Maze Runner, just lean back. And
yeah, there's
see
something cool about escaping, and I have even a small part of giving that to people. I would be thrilled,
Just hang out.
Yeah, hang out with one another,
Yeah.
and you can, because you've all been through that same mad thing of going to a premiere and being on the red carpet, and flashing cameras and fans and stuff. So you've all been through that strange scenario. So you kind of get it, and just to sit down, a couple of drinks, chat,
Meal.
good food.
Perfect. The whole Maze Runner franchise is has a kind of pessimistic tone, but in seeing future. But always, I think there's always a kind of optimistic shine between the lines. So,
Yeah.
In which ways you're optimistic if you see future, and in which ways you are kind of pessimistic?
I'm always optimistic. I think I'm quite I persevere a lot, and I do believe that people are good. I do believe that they are good human beings and that we can create something great. And then I'm obviously pessimistic politically at the moment, but also that it's more about optimism, because I do think that all this is happening so that our voices can be heard and so that people will feel angry and then do something with that.
I'm always optimistic, for sure. I think good always, most people are good, I think, and the good usually always wins out at the end of the day. But it is true, these movies they focus on sort of a dark time and a place that these characters have to overcome. And I think even by the end of this movie, I think it does end on a hopeful note that the future is still, there's plenty of potential in that future, and I think that's true to today.
Final question is kind of a movie question, of course, because today the Academy Awards nominations are coming out. So you have kind of favorites. Just name 1, 2, 3.
One of my best friends, my son's godfather, Daniel Kaluuya, is hopefully going to be nominated today.
Okay.
And I want to cry every time I think about it, because I've been, mates with him for 15 years, and I knew he was amazing 10 years ago. So I'm really excited that the world is starting to see that as well now.
And you have a different favorite movie than
Get Out.
Get Out.
I'm supporting him 100%.
Okay, perfect. Great answer.
I really like Lady Bird.
Okay.
I thought that was great, especially as a first film. It was incredible.
You're just lucky because in Germany there's no release yet. It's just come out in
interesting.
April, so I'm looking forward.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great little film. And 3 Billboards.
Oh, I love that one.
Fantastic. Really good. Let's see, what else? I'm still catching up on some, but there's been a lot of good ones this year, and I don't want to because I haven't seen them all yet, I don't want to kind of single out any one over another. So, but there's a lot of great films this year. I'm really excited to see what the Oscars kind of hold.
I haven't watched any of them.
No, I'm
Not
not
at all.
caught
Okay,
up on
have you heard about
anything.
any movie where you said, okay, I have to watch this because lots of people recommended to?
Yeah, I want to see a lot of them that I've been hearing about. I want to see Call Me By Your Name. I haven't seen Call Me By Your Name. I want to see Lady Bird. Right? I want to see. I haven't seen any of these. I've seen Get Out
I haven't seen Get Out.
3 times.
So you haven't
believe
seen any of the movies, so you just wait for the... This is sad. This is really
We've
sad.
been busy, man.
Yes, I'm sorry, yes.
I'm gonna do it as soon as, that's probably what I'll do as soon as I get back, when I have, we're done with this then, and then I'll just be back and, I don't know.
I hope the audience is not going to be too busy to watch Maze Runner, so I hope you have lots of success with the final.
Thank you. We should,
Thank you.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thanks.